start with the truth bomb here. Being a people pleaser isn't as nice as it sounds. Sure, you're the one everyone can count on, right? And be that yes person, the one who gets the gold star for being agreeable. But while you're busy bending over backwards to make everyone else happy, you're also quietly torching your own goals. So let's unpack why people-pleasing might be the sneakiest villain in your success story, and more importantly, how to kick it to the curb. So what is people-pleasing anyway? At its core, people-pleasing is the relentless pursuit of approval. I think some of us want or desire that approval from someone else or that pat on the back. It's that knee-jerk yes when you really want to say no. It's taking on extra work so no one thinks you're lazy. And it's staying quiet in meetings to avoid rocking the boat. I think that we've all been there in one way, shape, or form, right? A study from the Journal of Social Psychology found that 60% of people, they struggle with people-pleasing behaviors at work. Why? It's fear of rejection, fear of conflict, and fear of judgment. So none of those fears are really worth sacrificing your goals, are they? But let's look at why people-pleasing could really be a trap. You're not a doormat, but you might feel like one. People-pleasing is exhausting, isn't it? The more you say yes to others, the more you're saying no to yourself. And trust me, the math isn't in your favor. Burnout rates are 2 to 6 times higher for people who prioritize everyone else's needs over their own. So we don't want to be self-centered, but some of us are way on the high scale when it comes to doing everything for everyone else but not ourselves. I think you can agree. Maybe you're one of those people too. I know I get into this category sometimes and I have to do a better job. So you can't please everyone. So we just have to need to stop trying. Here's the tough thing. No matter how much you do, someone will always think it's not enough, right? So why are you trying to tie yourself up in knots trying to win this impossible game that you're not going to ever win? And you know those people. They're the people that suck your time, need you for everything. They're so needy, but yet really you don't ever see progress with them. You don't ever feel like you're getting anywhere sometimes, right? This is proven by research. And psychologists agree that chronic people-pleasing, it could lead to resentment and to lower self-esteem. So how about that? We don't need any of that in our lives. And you're sacrificing your superpower, right? When you focus on just the people-pleasing and pleasing others, your unique talents take a back seat. You're putting everything that you want to do in the back seat. You're not there to be everyone's cheerleader. You're here to shine in your own lane. So here's a few signs that you might be a people pleaser. You apologize constantly, even when it's not your fault. This was one that I needed to work on a lot. I always seem to say I'm sorry all the time, and I never figured out why. And I really didn't notice I was doing it so much, but my husband alerted it to me. He's like, why are you always saying you're sorry? And I thought, I don't know. I'm just apologizing constantly. Another sign might be you agree with everyone, even if you have a different opinion. Mostly because you just don't want to rock the boat and you don't want to cause conflict. And a third sign might be your schedule is packed with other people's priorities. So look at your schedule. Are you reaching your goals? Are you doing the things that you want to do or you need to do? Or does it seem like you're running around crazy trying to help everyone else? And a final sign is you feel guilty when you take time for yourself. You feel guilty when you take a time off from work, or you always make yourself really available all the time, maybe a little too available. This was another one that I learned a big lesson from, and one of my colleagues brought it up, and he said, you're doing a great job, but you need to sometimes not be available so that people respect you more, they respect your time, and they actually think that you're more important and more significant when you do that. So I thought that was interesting, that the more we pull back and value our time, the more that people want it, desire it, and feel like you're a resource. So interesting, right? So we've all been there in one way, shape, or form. And I know myself, I always have a lot of work to do on myself. So how does people pleasing derail your success? So it wastes your time, right? Every time you say yes to something unnecessary, you're saying no to something that's important to you. Time management studies show that high-performing professionals, they guard their time. They guard it fiercely, saying no to 80% of those non-essential requests. It also dilutes your focus. So success requires that laser focus, right? People-pleasing scatters that focus like confetti. And when we look at the science, Harvard researchers found that multitasking, which I am horrible at, and trying to do everything or be everything to everyone, it reduces your productivity by up to 40%. So who thought? And I'm not giving up my productivity anymore. So I need to do a better job at not being a people pleaser. And it keeps you playing small. When you're busy avoiding conflict and chasing that approval, you miss opportunities to take risks, to innovate, and to stand out. You're too busy with everyone else's business but your own. But maybe it's a tactic for your own procrastination, which is not a good thing. So how can you break free from all of this people pleasing? Get comfortable with no. Practice saying it out loud. And maybe in the mirror or to your dog or wherever you are. And maybe an example could be, you don't have to be so rude with a hard no, but thanks for thinking of me, but I just can't commit to that right now. So a fun fact is that people who set boundaries, they're actually perceived as more confident and more capable. So check out the vitamin N, no. And prioritize your goals. Write them down, stick to them, and maybe stick some stickies in your office or on your fridge or on your mirror in the morning. But keep your eye on the prize. You might even want to consider doing a vision board. I love vision boards. I do my vision boards a little bit differently, where I have where I am today and where I want to go, because I need that fuel to see where I'm at and where I need to grow. But ask yourself, does this situation with this person that needs you, does it serve my bigger goal? And if not, sometimes you just have to let things go. And reframe your thinking. People pleasing isn't kindness, it's fear-based behavior. True kindness has boundaries, and this is so true. Sometimes people think, even when you have to give, I don't want to say bad information or bad news to someone, that you're not kind. But some just confuse niceness with kindness. And sometimes when we sugarcoat things, or we don't rock the boat, or we don't tell people the truth, it's not really kind. We're just kind of skirting around the truth, and that person can never grow, never learn, and never respect your time. And you're going to want to start small. Like any other goal, any other thing that you're working on, is pick some low stakes scenarios where you can stand your ground. Celebrate when you do. So even small wins, they boost your confidence and they reinforce that positive behavior, which is important. And it's a good dopamine boost as well. So the bottom line is, people pleasing might feel like this nice thing to do, but it's really holding you back from greatness. Saying no doesn't make you mean. It makes you strategic. So stop worrying about making everyone else happy. Spoiler alert, you can't. That's really the truth. And you know those people that no matter how hard you try, sometimes when you're away from them, it's almost emotional that you feel like I'm giving them all that I have and they're still jerks to me. I think we all know those people. So instead, focus on your happiness and your success. The people who matter will respect you more for it, and you'll respect yourself as well. So what's been your experience? Have you struggled with people pleasing? I would love to hear from you. How did you break free from it? And share that in the comments. Share your story. I'd love to hear from it and get some tips as well. If you found this content valuable, please consider subscribing and share it with your friends or your family members that may be people pleasers too. And we will see you on the next video.